Dear friends, this is your host CA Girish Sachdeva. I am sure you are familiar with the word startups. Startups are now new asset class where recently there has been lot of traction. Lot of new startups are coming up. Lot of new kind of innovations are happening in this area. Lot of new terminology is being discussed. But usually we would like to understand that what is the difference between a startup and a normal new business. Every startup is definitely a new business, but every new business is not a startup. So we need to understand that what is the difference. But before we understand the difference, let's understand that what is common between them. Okay, so there are overlapping similarities between startup and normal new business because both are businesses. You require capital for the businesses. Both are fresh new businesses. You require entrepreneur skills to run your business. So whether it's a startup or a normal new business, you need the entrepreneur skills. Similarly, you need to understand the business environment, you need to understand various compositions of your business, for example, market size, the product details, etc. etc. Similarly, when you start a new business, you have to go for various registrations for the entity, for example, company registration or whatever entity you are deciding, GST registration, and so on and so forth. So though it seems that initially everything is looking like same, but they are not same. So now we will move on to understand that what is the difference between a startup and a normal new business. So the conceptual difference between startup and normal new business is that first of all, that a startup is based on an innovative idea. So there needs to be an innovation in a startup. Normal new businesses are particularly the old, well settled kind of types of businesses where either you are selling very traditional kind of a product or services. So that's a normal new business. When we talk about a startup, what we do in a startup is that we are going to innovate. So what do we do in an innovation? So the innovation needs to happen either to solve any practical issues which is faced by consumer, right? Or creating a much better product or service leveraging technology. Or you do some out of box thinking to come up with solutions which add real value for consumers. So this has to be a innovation. In normal new business, either there is no innovation or it is insignificant. The innovation in startup is done to develop either completely new type of product or services. So you will come when with using innovation, you will come up with a new product which was not there earlier, or you will come up with a new type of service which was not there, right? It is something completely new. Or you will enhance an existing product or services. You will there is always there may be already a product or service, but you with the innovation you enhance that and you come up with a significantly new product or services. So this is something new. In normal new business, as I told you earlier, we are just working on a well settled old traditional type of businesses, right? Which businesses were there for ages. In startups, because we have to innovate, we have to leverage technology, we have to implement those innovative ideas. So it is not possible unless you have good adaptability about technology. In normal new businesses, there is limited use of technology, or there are all tested ways of running businesses. Now we will discuss about that what are the advantages of startups. So the advantage of startup is that if the innovative idea on which you are working converts to a successful business, it has potential to scale up the business in a no time very quickly. So you'll be able to reach 100 times of your growth very fast. In normal new business, it is not practical to scale up the business quickly. There are so many reasons for that, which we will not discuss here. But normal businesses take lot of decades to reach to a particular level. But startups, because you are leveraging technology, it's an innovative idea, the chances of growth, multiplying it by 100 times, 1000 times, very fast is possible. The other advantage of such startup is that since it has huge potential of faster growth, it converts into employment. Lot of people will get employment, wealth will be created. So it's a win-win situation for business, for investors, for society at large. So more and more startups, if they become successful, it will be a good situation for the country as such, for the ecosystem as such, because lot of people will get jobs, government will get taxes, wealth will be created for investors, right? But for normal new business, it's there's no such scope of very fast growth. The other advantage of startup is that there is minimum competition, because the product or service you are going to come up is innovative, so there'll be no one in the market to compete with. Yes, the one of the most important problem we face with the normal new businesses is that there are already so many businesses working in in those areas, right? So it's a cutthroat competition. In most of the cases, the existing businesses in the same business are working since ages, right? Now let's discuss about the challenges for the startups versus the normal new business. So startups are comparatively uncertain because the product is new, the service is new, the ecosystem is not there for the same business, limited information is available about the new product or service, there are no facts available, you don't know how the customers will behave, whether they will adopt this product or not. So those challenges will always be there for the startup. For normal new business, because those businesses were there since ages, lot of information and facts are already available. You can do a lot of analysis. You can come up with so many strategies that how you want to do those businesses. The other challenge with the startup is that you have to have the good knowledge of technology, otherwise you will not be able to implement innovation to practice. Even if you have an idea and you don't know how to leverage the technology, you will not be convert your innovation to the practical realities. In normal new business, it is good to have knowledge of technology, but there are limited opportunities to leverage the technology. The third challenge with the startup is that it's a very high risk kind of investment. Lot of challenges in converting innovative idea to success. It's not easy. There are a lot of startups which tried but they didn't succeed. Only handful of them were able to finally make it to the big list. It's not easy to convert your innovative idea to successful business. In normal new business, it, it may be a moderate risk, assuming that someone have respective business skills. Absolutely, if you don't have business skills, it is going to be a high risk for normal new business as well. Now, let's discuss that what are the benefits which are provided to startups. So, if first of all, if a particular startup fulfills all the above conditions and it falls into the definition of startup, it can apply for startup registration. But the fact is that it is not easy to get the final registration of startup unless you fulfill all above and few other technical conditions. The past experience tells, and the latest information available on the government website tells, that only 15% of the appliers are able to get the recognition, right? So for normal new business, there's no requirement of any such recognition and registration. The advantages for startup, the benefits which a startup will get is that if it is once recognized as a startup by government, it shall have few benefits in income tax exemption for few years in initial years. It will get discount when it will go for patent filing, the fees will be discounted. It will be very easy to wind up, the lesser requirements are there. There are other specific government schemes as well, which provides funds to specified startups. Those are the benefits which a new startup gets. But for normal new business, there's no such benefit like that. And the most important advantage which I would like to list here is that actually the startup is not a journey of income, it's a journey of wealth. It's a high risk, high return kind of, of the investment, because the risk is very high and if you succeed, the returns are very high. In normal new business, it's a journey of consistent income. There is moderate risk and you may get moderate returns as well. Thank you so much. I hope I was able to help you out in understanding the difference between startups and normal new business. I wish to get back to you soon for another subject. Thank you so much.